Greetings and welcome back to the model railway room. Not that there's been much progress, not that there's been any progress, life keeps getting in the way. But I just am recording this little bit to start with. You'll see the name there, KR Models. No, I'm not going to review this, it's the farewell locomotive, I've already done it. But I do wish to record the passing of KR Models. I really don't know what to say about it. There are those who have published many videos online and all they've done is just disparage KR and they've run it into the ground. All I can say is the models that I've had from them have been fine. And I believe most of the customers have been satisfied with what they got. I'm not sure whether there's been a conspiracy amongst some of the major retailers and influencers to create a situation where folks stop buying from here. All I know is that at the moment it has cost me over £300 because I have a model that I'd ordered and paid for from KR. Maybe that's what I shouldn't have done, but at least I've got a chance of getting that back from my credit card company. But there are others that are going to lose out heavily. I do feel sorry for KR. Okay, perhaps they may not have been as accurate as they could have been. And I do know that one or two people did have faults, but I also know that they were fixed very quickly. So, verdict, I'm not going to give one. All I will say is the model railway world is very competitive. And I have a feeling it's sink or swim. The only thing that I would say is that obviously the liquidators will now be looking to sell off any stock that's in hand. And I'm wondering, and this is just an opinion, I'm not accusing anybody, I'm wondering if some of the major manufacturers are circling round like vultures, just waiting to buy any models that have been produced but not sent out yet from KR, and the tooling for other models that are coming. So it would not surprise me within the next month or two to see some of the other manufacturers suddenly saying, well look, we've managed to buy this tooling from the Chinese factory and we're going to produce this model. The unfortunate thing is, if it's a model that people have already spent money with KR to order, if they want to buy that one, they're going to have to pay the price concerned, and it may well end up to be higher than KR were charging. We just don't know. But I just thought I'd give you my thoughts on the situation. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing that let KR models down was their dreadful customer service. They did tend to be very blunt and rude in some of their emails. But apart from that, I've got no complaints. The models I've had are working perfectly well. And I guess I've been part of a short-lived experiment in ways to get models out that maybe the other manufacturers wouldn't touch. And the fact that they've gone into liquidation is a shame. And talking of manufacturers that have gone by the wayside, here is one that has gone by the wayside but hasn't. Heljan. Rather than pack up business, they have sold out to Accurascale. But they will still continue to market themselves as Heljan with their own website, but they will be dealing direct to the public, not through the retailers. And this has caused a certain amount of consternation, not least for me, because I'll show you what I've got in a minute. Their prices were really way above what was reasonable. So this particular model I've got here, I thought, I'm not going to pay full price for it. I'll hang on and wait and see if it gets reduced in the sales. Then, of course, we had this thing, Accurascale, that took over Heljan. And they were selling direct to the public this particular item, But because Rails of Sheffield, my normal place of purchase, obviously had stocks that were now no good, they'd never sell them at price, you know, full price, they reduced the prices. And they sort of matched Heljan, really. And I thought, it's still just a little bit too much to pay. So then the other week there was a further reduction, and I thought, right, all right, it's at the top end of my range, but I'll get one just in case. And they were being offered at less than what Heljan were selling them for. So I bought the 2-car. What do I find a week later? Heljan was selling the 3-car units for the same price that Rails had sold me the 2-car. And that was annoying, I can tell you, but I'm not worried about it. These are things that happen, and if I'd have carried on waiting, I might not have got a chance to have one at all. So this continues my collection of the multiple units that were built as part of the British Railways modernisation scheme. Now if I can just get this box off of here. I'm sorry, I'm working without a tripod today and it's got a few problems that I need to sort out. But inside here, and I can't hold it and get it out, but you will see that there is a 2-car unit in there. What we have is a Class 104, and I've been waiting for this for ages because, as with other British Railways multiple units, some of them were built deliberately for certain areas. Like you had the 115, 6s, 7s, 8s and 9s were built for the suburban areas around London and I think some of the West Midlands. And the only really thing different about them was the seating configuration. That British Railways decided that, this is in the late 50s, these were began to be built, that they wanted something specific for the Manchester area, for instance. So here came the Class 104s and they became ubiquitous with Manchester, Buxton, Southport, Liverpool and services from Manchester to North Wales. Quite a few also went to the northeastern region, so they might appear in Scotland on occasions. But like all of them, towards the end of their days you could find them almost anywhere, as British Rail were just shunting the units around and about to make the most of them before they fully withdrew them. So this is a brand new Heljan Class 104. I'm going to take it out of its box, run it round to the station and show you what it looks like. Well, there she is, sitting nicely in the platform. Coupling up was a bit of a swine. Some loose wire connection that you plug in from the front to the rear, and it just hangs. If there's anything it gets caught on while it's going round, we've got problems. However, straight out of the box it looks fine. I can't see anything wrong with it. We'll just see, it should have all the lights working, but it trundled around here quite smoothly, so I'm going to go round and get her going so that you can see for yourselves. Not everything Heljan does is perfect by a long chalk, but this looks the part, so I'm okay with it. It's almost too good straight out the box. I'm happy with that. Let's have a look in the other direction, shall we? You like working that way? Yeah. I'll take that. Very impressive runner, straight out of the box. And, excuse me, looks every inch the 104. Now all I need is a Wickham one and a 120. And so he goes on. But we'll have to wait and see what comes our way. There's still 2 rail buses to come yet that I haven't. Nobody's bothered to manufacture, so I'll be waiting for them, one of which would be the Wickham rail bus as well. But there you go, that's the latest acquisition. As I say, I'm pleased with it, but I don't really like this sort of loose wire and pushing connector couplings between the 2 carriages. But apart from that, she's a good, impressive runner, straight out of the box. And as you know, my videos are generally going to be coming out monthly now. So I may get another one out in that, but I'm not going to be under any pressure to do so. So until the next video, thank you for watching. I'm so close to 1,000, although, as I say, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. If you haven't yet subscribed, I'd be very grateful perhaps if you do it just this once. And if I can get over the 1,000, I don't care if I lose all of them after that. But I'm so close, it would be nice to get there. But most important thing is, if you've enjoyed the video, do please give it a like. And we'll see you all again on the next video. Bye for now.